All right, so how much do I get paid an hour? No, we don't. I'm a chef from India. I get to come to Melbourne. I get to make my own sausage sizzle. I'm very excited. Thank you very much for letting me do this. What a start to Australia. Are you guys worried? Like this sense of fear where, okay, this guy, okay, I can trust him with a knife, not a boat. It's a very great way for people to kind of get inducted into Melbourne.
It's a fantastic way to see Melbourne because people don't think of it as a city by the water. And on either side, you've just got these incredible parks and, of course, all these bars.
Yeah, and just the kind of life that you would expect with like floating bars, maybe the restaurants. It just gives you an insight into how vibrant the culture in Melbourne is, you know, and you see all kinds of people, all kinds.
In Melbourne, you could eat something different every day and you still won't get through everything we have on offer. There's just so many combinations, fusions, street food or fine dining or elevated experiences, fusion meals, like there's so much that you can do in Melbourne because you have access that it just makes it easy.
This is Neo.
So this is Chinatown. It's the oldest living Chinatown in the Southern Hemisphere. So this is 5th generation, making it so well known that you cannot tell that if it's cooked in Melbourne or if it's cooked in China.
And it also says that all three of us are holding bowls in our hands, not willing to give it up, and that's important.
It is. So this area used to be a market, and that's why it's named Market Street. Can you imagine if they did something like this to Crawford Market?
Exactly.
Yeah, one of those classic places.
You can just smell the funk. I love this. It smells like the inside of my fridge. What do you define as a native spice?
Ones that are indigenous to Australia. Wattle seed is super popular.
Yeah, I haven't ever tasted wattle seed, lemon myrtle.
This. And strawberry gum is a particularly popular fragrance or flavour.
Nice.
So you'll see that maybe in gins. It's good in chocolate as well.
So what is so native Australian about it?
It's pretty much like a Australian sort of, if you think like a tri-spice blend in chocolate.
Epic. I feel there's urban Australia and then there's Indigenous Australia.
Yes, I mean, Indigenous Australia is in many ways becoming more and more integrated because they know the land, they understand it, and it's still extraordinary the things that they know that we don't even have a clue about yet.
So this is one of my favorite places in Melbourne. To me, it represents multicultural Melbourne in all its elements.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll find that we have 60,000 years worth of ingredients available here that are only just being explored now. And the only people who know this is the stories that have been passed down through generations. So that's why the foraging is so important. So you know which tomato you can actually eat. So we've got the green, red, black. They have a Tasmanian pepperberry that looks exactly like a black pepper from Kerala and 10 times more spicy when you actually bite into it.
Is it a leaf?
Here's the bush pepper. Try it, see what you reckon. I'll be interested to see what you say.
This is the trick, right? Try it.
You'll get a really strong aftertaste.
Yeah, it's there.
And here, that is 100% hot. Hey, I told ya. Spit it out. You know what is really nice? The bush pepper. Gives it that really nice peppery taste to it. Really, really yummy.
It is very peppery, for sure.
Now what you should do now is you should grab a little bit of that Chavs, which is the goat's cheese on the right there.
Okay.
And let's try that with our Pinot Noir. So this is a steak grown. This is the 21 Pinot Noir.
All right.
So perfect maritime conditions to grow. So nice nose, easy to drink. Drink that all day, every day.
Yeah.
And with a goat's cheese, what do you reckon? Very easy to drink.
Very easy.
Very popular on the weekend.
Yeah. I think food becomes such a big part of the evolving culture of the city.
One of the other things we're known for is being the city of culture. And there's lots of sculptures around the city.
We have the sculpture park which is around the restaurants. It's just something else for us to find inspiration from. And I am all about balance. That's what I'm doing here now, finding the right balance between all the beautiful produce and ingredients from the Mornington Peninsula, bringing my international experience and bringing my Spanish background, maintaining the style. Australians are very open to new cultures as well, and Spanish food is quite popular in Australia at the moment. What is happening now is all the new cultures that are coming to Australia are mixing with and learning to use the native ingredients mixed with our influence from different countries. And it's a beautiful thing to be part of.
So Chef, thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
Now for me, I wanted something more relaxed. I wanted something all about family. You know, again, using local produce, but then again, sort of putting a little bit of twist on it as well. We like to use native ingredients. I think that sort of, you know, works well with us. So these are the beauties of the sea that we tend to use. So all these beautiful native herbs, you know, some bower spinach here, samphire, sea celery. And look, we're going to forage along this sort of coastline here, and we're going to look for some saltbush. One of our most favourites. It's sort of got that crispy, popcorny flavour and works well with a lot of dishes. So I think you'll love that.
I'm looking forward to it.
We don't just come out here for the sea herbs. We might come out here for the seaweed, the shells, and look at all the flavour, like, you know. But how's that taste to you? Is that?
It's saline. I think it's nice and succulent. I feel it would fry really well. You can do a bunch of things with it.
Definitely.
I can also imagine a few recipes back home, but we just don't get saltbush. So,
We'll have to give you some, trying to smuggle it as you go.
Can I have a hot chocolate and an almond croissant? I always go back to something that Mark Olive said to me a very long time ago. He said that if you open an Australian pantry, you'll find a Chinese 5-spice and a garam masala, but you won't find a wattle seed, a lemon myrtle, and a condon. But that is definitely on the right path to changing. We ended up in what is authentically or Indigenous native Australian food at Mabu Mabu at Federation Square.
okay, so what is this herb?
So this is tippies, this is, and that is...
The sea asparagus? These are clams.
They're clams, yeah. But this is something that the local community would go oceanside and pick from the sand. This is done in native ingredients with Australian macadamia nuts.
Like this is where you basically become so Indian about everything.
The next one you have is the crocodile.
It almost has the texture of baked chicken legs. I guess Mabu Mabu is doing it right. I guess it's flavorful, it's delicious, it's fun, it's playful to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Is it relevant to the culinary scene in Melbourne today? Yes, it is. Does it deserve to be here? Oh, hell yeah, it does. Is it delicious? 100%. What do you think defines modern Australian food today?
Look, to me, modern Australian more is actually working with producers. You know, so me trying to find, you know, what's their story? Because I guess to me, if I can know that, it actually makes the dishes, I believe, a lot tastier.
What you'll notice here, Angazis are found all around the world, but these ones in Port Phillip Bay will taste a little bit different than anywhere else. I hope you enjoy them. Strong flavour. You see the sweetness, there's a bit of sweetness there. So mussel farming came along. I didn't think I'd be doing it for very long, but anyway, that was 40 or 50 years ago now. So it's grown from there to there since last December. So it's been a long, hard haul, but we really like it.
Yo, I can't wait to cook Australian produce with Indian sensibilities. That would be so crazy. So Michelle, I've ended up using a lot of native produce here. So we've got local mussels from Port Arlington Bay. There we've cooked with some of the bonito butter that we got from Chef Michael at Tara. We foraged for some sea herbs in the morning. So we've done a salad with shallots, sea herbs, and then we finished it off with a few finger limes. I really hope I've done justice.
Such fresh flavours.
Thank you. Thank you. For me, it's beautiful to see that, Melbourne is so steeped in tradition and at the same time it is so evolved. In all of that, there is this soul of Melbourne that's still trying to thrive and shine, which is the indigenous Aboriginal food.
Lots of blends of flavors, lots of blends of cultures,
Yeah,
and still everything uniquely Melbourne.
absolutely. Also, as a chef, you really believe that history made food. Rather, food also made history in a different way. So many cross-cultural influences, like you rightly started off saying that you see similarities in how they use native spice versus how we use spice, and that's how we relate to food. As simple as it can sound, those small nuggets make a lot of sense.
Nothing beats a cheeseburger. I don't think.